Okay, before I start the video, I recorded this like the day of or the day after, depends on what hour it turned to midnight. That I after I watched House of Moving Castle, rewatched it as an adult. So it's been a hot minute, but I have this whole recording was taking place earlier, so it is a bit out of date, but it is my raw reaction. Just wanted to make that clear. Now let's get on to the video, shall we? Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. And just like I said on my YouTube posts part of my channel, where you can see stuff I do for votes and such, if you want to subscribe so you get notified of those things, if you want to. But the point is, I just recently rewatched Howl's Moving Castle in the first time in a decade, and here are my thoughts on it. So let's do this. It holds up. It 100% holds up. 100%. This is legit tied for my favorite movie of all time. Why is it tied? Because there are two different genres that have different movies. My favorite live action is V for Vendetta, which we'll get to that in a sec. But my other one is my Disney animated child one, and not animated from like more adult anime of Ghibli Studios and such. But that would be Stockholm Motion of Nightmare Before Christmas. That is my favorite childhood movies. And my favorite animated movie of all time is Howl's Moving Castle. 100% is still my favorite. And V for Vendetta is my favorite live action. They're all tied for number one in different ways. That's why they're tied. Now, so before I forget, Howl's Moving Castle inspired something in V for Vendetta. You know the scenes where the undercovered fingers guys are harassing Evie in the alleyway and V saves her. If you look at that scene, which yes, it's made a year after Howl's Moving Castle, to the scene with Howl's Moving Castle where Howl saves Sophie from the two policemen slash military officers. Do you see a resemblance? Alleyway, girl in danger with two guards that are working for the government slash kingdom, and being saved by the main protagonist slash hero of the movie that is anti-war slash anti-dictatorship like V. Oh my god, the similarities of these two movies is really sussy. But anyways, I just thought that was a good thing, and they're both my favorite, tied for my favorite film. Like, oh my goodness, love them. But yes, they are my favorite, most iconic films. Like, I remember one summer during when this was out on demand when I was a kid watching Howl's Moving Castle. I watched it every single day of the summer for all 3 months, sometimes twice in a day, because I loved it. I loved it, and it was iconic for my childhood, and it still holds up to be my favorite to this day. Now, my favorite parts of it. Definitely Hal. He is such a drama queen, and we'll get to more on him in a bit. But Sophie is also a beautiful character, and probably where I got my granny adult fun timeness for, because she's still rocking it as an old lady, and my God, does she take it like a champ? And also, how I didn't realize this when I first watched it the first millions of times I watched it, but rewatching it now, Sophie says in Hal's memories at the end of the video, at the end of the movie, for Hal and Calcifer to find her. And at the beginning where Hal saves her, he says, "I've been looking for you everywhere." Literally, Hal's been looking for Sophie, like she told him, for all this time. For decades, at least 2 decades. Oh my goodness. So basically, he's been looking for her for 2 decades to help break the curse that he is under because he had Calcifer take his heart. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah, chef's kiss. And also why Hal was angry with her, because she couldn't break the own curse she was under while she was granny cleaning for them, and how would she be able to break his? The foreshadowing and all the it is just so good. If you rewatch it and watch that ending scene and remember the beginning scene, it makes it so clear, and it was like he's been in love with her from the beginning. And you know the part where Sophie says, "I like your spark, Calcifer," and he heats up and starts moving the castle even faster. That's basically since He's basically Howl's heart and Calcifer's heart skipping a beat or beating it, making their heart race because they were flattered. Oh, this is so good. And how I he obviously affected me on my type of magical men, obviously. And okay, now the drama king scene is still my favorite, where he is so dramatic. And yes, the booty scene, the booty. Anyways, so yes, there is all that good stuff, and Sophie is such a solid character. This movie holds up 100% as a classic, but also for the modern day stuff going on, and beautiful, gorgeous. Love it. And also, I'd never noticed this until I was an adult, but when Turnip Head, aka the Prince, goes for Sophie and says hearts can be chained, he was like, "I'm gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl," because he was giving House such a dirty side eye, like, girl, muffins. I love that if there was a sequel, but they rarely do sequels, and it's perfect the way it is. But if there was a sequel, it would be the prince trying to steal Sophie from Hal. Oh, gorgeous. And just loved it. I loved it. The characters were sublime. The writing, beautiful. The animation is timeless. Oh, my heart. So, also, what one thing I did remember from it, this is probably the movie that caused me to be a motherfucker. I mean, some movies like Frankenstein and stuff were good, like they got my interest in it. But this was about the time I was starting to get hyper adult fun timey because of harmies to me as a child. But also, it was the time that I saw him move in Castle at the same time, and seeing him as a monster. That's what did it. That's what made me a monster fricker right there. This man is the cause of my monster frickin', and I am so grateful. Anyways, the origins of my monster frickin'. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. Again, this is one of the most timeless movies, and it's up there for my number one spot. If they were in the same categories, one of them would have to be number one over the others. But you see what I mean. 100% this is a movie that I can recommend for you to watch at least once a year, if not 3 times a year, type of thing. But the one Ghibli studio films I will probably never watch again, I've watched it once and I was one and done, is Grave of the Fireflies. Ugh, the trauma. I didn't even know what World War II was when I saw that movie. But oh my God, it punched me in the gut with a sucker punch. Oh my goodness. So this one's a way like more fun. So if you do watch Grave of the Fireflies, be warned to have tissues. I know that's a turn off, but not a turn off, but a sidetrack. But my partner was talking about, we watched it over Discord. It was beautiful. I mean, Howl's Moving Castle was beautiful. And the animation and meaning behind Grave of the Fireflies is really good. You should watch it when you can fully understand the concept of it, of course. Not watch it as a child. Don't do that. But be able to introduce it. But it is PJ-13, I think, for a reason. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Again, 10 out of 10, I would recommend. My thoughts on it, that it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I love it to death. And I would watch it over and over. Like, if there was only one animated movie I would be allowed to watch over and over again, and I could never watch anything after one time, House of Moon Castle would be at 100%. That is facts. And also that the love, how Hal just is dedicated to her, and when he realizes she's the one he loved, and that he's been looking for her and going through all these pretty women just to find her. Oh my God, beautiful, perfect, chef's kiss. And oh my God, before I forget, Hien, the dog in the show that comes in after Hal gets the invitation to uh, the the castle as Pendragon and Jenkins, all that. But Hien is best boy. He stays loyal to Sophie. When Sophie goes in, when she's about to fall from the castle, when she gave her hair to Calcifer and the Witch of the Waste stole the heart, all that stuff, Hien made a leap of faith to make sure Sophie was okay. Then he went into Howl's memory with her after hyping himself up and was like, "Yes, I will protect you." And then he's like, "We have to get back. We have work to do." But before that, he couldn't get down the steps and he was worrying sick. That dog was going to have a panic attack. How much worrying he was doing for Sophie. And then he made the leap of faith to jump, probably hurting his knees. He's an old boy. My doggo has the same issue. She has stubby legs and she has arthritis really bad in the winter. She gets a whole heating pad to herself every time she comes in for 2 hours. She is spoiled rotten. But anyways, I digress. But anyways, Hien is best boy and he is so, so good and adorable. And yeah, of course, Hal would never disguise himself as a dog. He ain't that much of a dog. Anyways, so Hien is best boy, and we stand by Hien. And also, please give that dog some anxiety meds. He was worrying. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it and all that good stuff. And that's it. Anyways, if you want to see more reaction and reviews, I will have at the end of this video an action and a review thing for what's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Get a little action, like all the reviews I've done of various animes, TV shows, movies, etc. So keep an eye out for that, of my thoughts on various seasons and stuff. Bottom line, this is a 10 out of 10. We'll watch again multiple times a year, 100%. Like how I watched Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween and before Christmas. Always. It's a Christmas and a Halloween movie. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. It's a sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye.